In this video, we are going to learn about that living things show movement. It is written here that all organisms show movement. Organisms means living things. The example of living things we know plants, animals, human beings. So these are known as organisms. Microorganisms also are the examples of living things. So basically there are two things in the nature. First is locomotion and second is movement. Now I give you the example and the differentiation between locomotion and movement. For example, suppose you are standing here and you just only wave your hand. This is the example of movement. But if you start walking and you change your position from here to here, means there is change in the position. This is known as locomotion. It is written that the change in the position of any body part. The example which I gave you, like waving of the hand or just kicking the ball, means it is the change in the position of a part of your body. Fine. It is called movement. And if the movement is of a whole organism from one place to another place, it is called locomotion. Like I gave you the example that suppose you are standing and you start to walk. So, this is the example of locomotion. Can we consider movement as one of the characteristics to differentiate between the living and non-living? Definitely, yes, we can consider movement as one of the characteristics because the non-living things, just like stone, book, pencil, chair, copy, they cannot change their position on their own. They need an external force. So, non-living things do not show this property of movement. Now, we will discuss the case of movement in plants. So, the very first example is opening and closing of flowers. The next example is of Venus flytrap. So, Venus flytrap is an example of movement in plants. The image that is shown here is the image of Venus flytrap. As you can see, insect is also there. It is an insectivorous plant. Means the nutrition of Venus flytrap depends on external insects. It is not a photosynthetic plant and it is not autotrophic. So it has modified leaves that form two lobes. As you can see in this diagram also, this is first lobe and this one is second lobe. Fine. These are two lobes and these have spiky edges. Spiky edges, as you can see here also, these are the spikes. Fine, these are the spiky edges and small trigger hairs are also there on the inner surface. Inner surface means I am highlighting with the yellow color. This is the inner surface. When an insect touches these hairs twice, the lobes snap shut, trapping the insect inside. Two friends are there who are discussing something related to the plant movement. Suppose the name of this boy is Rohan and the name of this girl is Pinky. So what Rohan said, hey, plants do not move. So how can we say them as living thing? So Pinky replied that they do not move but show certain types of movements. That certain types of movements, as we have discussed, the nutrition of the Venus flytrap, so it is possible due to the movement. Plants do not change their position, means locomotion is not seen, but movement is seen in the plants. But parts of plants move in the direction of the stimulus. Stimulus means external disturbance. External disturbance, suppose there is any change in the environment, the plant will give the response in the movement form, or you can say in the form of movement. For example, the shoot of a plant moves towards light and the root grows away from light towards the soil. For example, this is the photo of sunflower. If the sun is on the left hand side, the shoot is growing this side. If the sun is on the right hand side, the shoot is bending towards this side. This is the example of movement. A sunflower moves itself in the direction of the sun. A touch me not plant folds its leaf when touched. When a bird opens into a flower, its petals move outwards. For example, suppose this is bud. And when it will open, what will happen? The leaves will spread. Leaves of the flower means petals. The petals will spread just like this. So the petals move outwards. Thus, movements in parts of plants in the direction of stimulus are called tropic movements or tropism. I hope it is clear to you. Thank you.